Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith from Smith in the Black, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Strat Attack Show where we get in the urban assault vehicle and see what's going on. So, shortened holiday week, Christmas we're closed, so be aware of that, obviously. So, SPY here, it's going to be at our 2 down, 2 up reversal on a Tuesday, coming back through. So, this is our broadening formation like so. If we go to our weekly then, potential outside week, but only 2 more days to go. So the thing about the monthly is we're just sitting here doing nothing, right? So we're going back and forth and back and forth. So hopefully that's why we hope that this broadening formation gets bigger. Too strong to take this out so far and racing back through. If you go to QQQ, also the 2 down, 2 up reversal, and you got some acreage to come and take this stuff out. Remember that monthly was still challenged here, but now back into the range and get right back in the middle of the range. We had an inside weak poke down, and you can see this down, up, and that's just all it's been doing, back and forth and back and forth. The good thing is usually these broadening formations get bigger, so that's why they call them that. And if you go to Dow Jones Diamonds, also bright green on the week and coming back into the range, and the monthly still, stuck in here. Took out the lows, but then comes rallying back like so many other things. And the small cappers here, remember, we're looking to come down, maybe take these guys out, but these two are an outside bar of a lot of this over here now. Good thing for them is you're close to going outside on the week, after this reversal up into here, 2 up, 2 down, and then stopping all these guys out, a good portion of them, and then coming back up into the range. But we'll see. A lot of things looking a little futury after today's action. So if we take a look at a lot of pandemic names, we're trying to rally back, and we know with the macro vid coming up next weekend, in 2 weeks, that Boeing's probably going to be an inside year, almost for sure, right? So just back and forth it is on the month. But on the week, potentially an outside week, and that's good, coming off some recent lows. So there's some more range in here if we can get going. We'll see what the pandemic's going to do. So there's your Boeing. Stop them out. Boom, 2-2 reversal. You got RCL here, inside week to the upside. CCL goes 2 down, 2 up. So some of those, and NCLH, cruise ships, inside week to the upside. If you go to Uber, Strat, inside, pokes down, boom, stops them all out. So the hopes is this is the bottom of the broadening formation. You can come all the way up and take this stuff out up into here. Of course, you can watch Lift with that. And Lift trying to go for the 2-2 weaker here, 2 down, 2 up, over 40.91. You're right there right now. If we go to TripAdvisor, after quite the beating in here on the weeklies, now trying to go 2-2 back up, 2 down off the hammer, above 26. And you're there right now. And EXPE had a really nice day today, and that's the stop them out, 2 week down, 2 up, and you see the higher highs, the lower lows. There's your broadening formation to see if there's any more to come of that. You just want to be aware that when you see something like this on the weekly, the higher high and the lower low here, and then you take that out, that on a daily, it's going to look like this now. So the question, can you expand this and get bigger? So we'll watch all those pandemics together. A little bit of the airlines, but them. And yeah, airlines are airlines, and you can see this also on that monthly. Stuck in these 2 months forever. All right, so let's be aware of that. Marriott still inside month, potential 3-1er, but had a nice day coming back through previous range here. So watching them pandemics and potentially the outside week. If we go to MongoDB, and MongoDB is now an inside week to the upside. All right, and you're coming after all this kind of stuff here after a nice day. Turn the month back green. And so as we get closer to the end of the month, you want to be looking for stuff like this, hammer, counter, shooter, monther. And the daily was a nice little day here. Inside day triggers the inside week. So long as for the next 2 days, inside week to the upside, MongoDB. If we go to TWLO here, inside week, and trying to break that back up over 276.69. You're there just by a few cents, and once again, keeping an eye on these monthlies. Is going to set up a hammer to come back up through this stuff to start the new year. If we go to AMC for those apes, also trying to set up the hammer counter shooter month. Got a few, another week or so, 7 trading days on that. But for right now, trying to do the rev strat. 1, 2, 2, poked up a little bit and then faded on the day. So potential rev strat day downside if they want to meme her back down, or the re-break on that weekly here above 30.71. If we go to Splunk, and Splunk hasn't triggered just yet. Inside week, pokes down. The rev strat would be over 115.27. Once again, if that works, potentially the 3-2 stop these guys out month to start off the year if it wants to go 3-2-2 and start rifling back. So we can keep an eye on that as well. If we go to Spotify, and Spotify also trying to set up the monthly hammer and that weekly here, inside, down, rev strat week. So keep an eye on this for signals above 237.45. If we go to Okta, and just a nice little 2 up, 2 down, and boom. If we can take this out, 227.90, where you are right now, then looking to see if we can take this magnitude up into here, which would be really nice. And that also on the month here, we'll be setting up the potential 3-2-2 to try and come back up through all this stuff. So we'll see. If we go to DraftKings, and DraftKings been having a rough sledding on the month, but if it comes back through this weekly, here's this rev strat week. Inside, pokes down, then back above 30.49. So you're real close on that. You watch Penn Gaming with that too. Penn Gaming takes the hammer counter shooter week to the upside, and if that works, potentially the hammer month. So watching this as they all wind down. If you go to GitLab, and GitLab weekly, 212 reversal on the week, and that's also potentially setting up the monthly hammer. New issue, so we'll see. If we go to RNG, got some distance to try and hammer on that, but the weekly is rev strat. Inside, pokes down here above 190.93. You're there right now. If we go to Groupon, just in the weekend vid, a little tight on here, but it is taking the inside week to the upside. However, today it gapped, so you got to disseminate this a little bit to see if that's going to continue on that. But it had a nice day yesterday to tell you probably want to be in this thing today because the market was tanking and then came back, but this was taking out the previous highs. 3-2 extension, outside bar up, so that weekly's still good. If we go to Western Digital, also the 2-2 on a Tuesday. That weekly sets up this, the 2 down, 2 up over this. What I like about this too is you got a lot of pivots right into here to go after. That also tells us to watch STX. And there's your 2-2-2 week. And being mindful of both of these right now are still inside month. But you can still go closer the high of the month in the next year. Take the month up. If we go to blue in the bio, this thing's really taking a beating. So the question is it justified? Well, they tried to hit it yesterday and came back, and then rallied again today, and you can see all this pivots to be short against. You got some more room on that up towards 12.12, so just a little bit, and then sometimes they go a little further than you thought. We'll keep an eye on that. If we go to Cheniere, and Cheniere, there's your LNG, there's your 2 down, 2 up, and if that works, potentially we're setting up the rev strat month here. Still got some month on that, but see how it closes out. If you go to APPS potentially setting up the 3-2-2 on the month, on the week, inside week to the upside, and here's your broadening formation. If you go to Match.com, and Match just hammer counter shooter on the week, 2 up, 2 down, and then above this 130.70. And if that works, potentially hammer a month, or if they come up here after taking out this range. You can see these 3 months outside of all that stuff. And so we'll see back and forth, slight higher high, slight lower low. So pretty big broadening formation there for Match.com. EXAS, potential the 3-2 hammer setup for the month. The weekly, taking an inside week to the upside over there. The downside, not too much. Kroger, however, here's RevStrat week. Inside, 2 up, 2 down. So Kroger in trouble below this. 44.21, and you're there now. If we go to ACAD, this thing's already an outside week and got lumped today on this kicker pattern here. The 2 up, break green, and then gap down, boom. Take all these guys out. Of course, you're going to be weak enough to hit all this kind of stuff, so we'll see how bad that really is. If we go to VIR, that had a rough one too. Yesterday tried to gap up and then puked again. And it does give you an outside week, so that's kind of what we're looking for. But we'll see if any more weakness comes of that. If we go to Campbell's Soup, 2 up, 2 down on the week. And, we've watched that with the XLP stuff. The XLP not really participating today, so we'll see, because you got stuff like Kimberly-Clark that stayed inside day. But we'll see if they go to the risk on posture and start dumping like utilities and XLP, but that's yet to be seen. If we go to BLL, and BLL on the week here, 2 down. This is a 2 up, 2 down, coming back through these guys, and that's also giving you this, the 2 down in the month below 89.86. So you're right around there to see if that does anything. And AutoNation still inside month to the downside. It's been hit pretty hard, so you prefer this. Triangle out, 2 up, and then 2-2 reversal back through the range. Now you got a hammer, so you're a little bit of exhaustion risk, but we can see if that sets up again with the combination of that month. All right, so just 2 days until Christmas. I'm going to be taking the weekend off. No weekend vid this weekend. I thought I'd take Christmas off for the exhaustion week, the final week of the year, and then we'll hit the ground running with a new weekend vid and the macro vid, including all those inside years we've been talking about since last year. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith Black, Strat Attack Show.